Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends. And remember, no matter who you are valid. And welcome to this, a brand new day. Hokey smokes. It was kind of chill when I went out, but then I overheat quickly, so by the time I got back, I was very warm. And even though I had my AC unit on while I was gone, it felt hot. So I was just pumping out the BTUs. Thumbs up. But past that, yeah, I went out walkies and I took my umbrella because it lightly misting. But I was talking with my sister on the phone and I went down into that one drainage ditch area that I showed off that has the catmint in it. And some of it, because of rain and such, and proximity to this one pipe that has water in it, there was still some catmint there. And so there was the smell of mint. Yay! And it was really nice. I like the smell of mint most of the time. And spearmint, wintergreen, these are all nice scents. But I only like them in like candy. Like the plants that I walk by. I don't like it in food, or I wouldn't like it as air freshener. But for the occasional thing like that, it's just really nice. It smells good. Definitely a thumbs up on that. Yay! Past that, a couple things I want to talk about, none of which I'm likely to remember. The joys of ADHD. One of the things I do want to talk about is there is one of the things that because I can speak English, I promise you that, one of the things that I have bought while I've been trying to get solo RPG and board game things are some things that'll play really fast and quick like. And Gamot in the deluxe version is something that's really simple. It is a super simple card game. Now I've had a card game that I've showed off that was super simple, but even at that had some pretty heavy duty mechanics in it for leveling up, what happened after death, all this stuff. And you had a merchant, but it was pretty quick. It ran fast. This is even faster. There are 4 types of cards. You're going to have a shield, or a potion, or a monster, or a weapon. You lay out 4 cards, and they are a room. You have to deal with at least 3 of those cards before you can leave the room and go on to the next room. You can leave the room and keep that 4th card still there, but that 4th card stays there, and you have to get 3 new cards to fill up the room again to deal with. And that's it. That's the game. You have 21 hit points, and you go. When you come across a weapon, you have to equip a weapon you get from a room, so you can quickly lose things. And when you destroy a monster with your weapon, you see that's a strength of 6. You put the monster on top of there with its health because you damaged your weapon in the fight. So now it can only damage and attack creatures of that monster's strength. I've had weapons that were like a 6 strength weapon and had a 21 health dragon on the other side. Not much you can do. And then if you have a shield, you have to use it to get rid of damage. And then potions just heal you. And that's all it is. You put down 4 cards and then you flip them over and you deal with them. So if they're just all items, say there's 2 weapons. Well, you gotta discard one of them, the lowest one I would imagine, and then equip, just keep out next to your health stuff, that weapon card. And if you get a potion, hang on to that until you need it. If you got a shield, put it down there. And that's it. I mean, I've had a game go so fast. I laid down 4 cards and they were all monsters. And when you fight a monster with no weapon, because you got to find a weapon before you can use it, you take full damage from that monster and it goes to the bottom of the deck. Not the discard, the bottom of the deck, so it comes up again. Well, you got 21 health, and so I had the biggest monster hit me with its 15, so I was just down to 8, and then the next one hit me for 6, and then the next one for 5. Well, by then, I was already negative. So games of Gamot can go by pretty quickly. And the name, I guess it would be more like, let's say, Gauntlet is pronounced Gauntlet. And they say, you're running through the Gamot or the Gamot for Gauntlet, Gamot. But anyway, this is this game, and it's got lots of art on the cards. All the monsters are different. There's a flail, stuff like that. So it's interesting, it's fun. Past that, I have been feeling better. Time has passed, and I do feel better. I am a human being, so as time goes by, I will recover from bad things. And even though, because I talked with my therapist about this yesterday, even though, yeah, I get knocked down. I mean, everybody gets knocked down. You get sideswiped and T-boned by life. Something's going to happen. But I'm still here. I've always gotten back up, brushed off the dust and the blood, and kept on a-walking. Because really, you got two options when you get knocked down. You can either stay down there and die, or get up and start walking again. I've always chose to walk. Well, I'm older, unfortunately. And it takes a little bit longer for me to stand up. It's a little bit longer to brush off all the dust and make sure I got all the blood wiped off before I start walking again. But I'm up and walking again, which is a good thing. Definitely a thumbs up on that. Yay! So, but past that, I have been trying to think creatively. Still trying to think on my solo RPG stuff, and that's a good thing. I've been thinking of all my creative setting individual stuff, trying to remember all remember all the characters and settings. But that's okay, I'm not going to bore you with that. But just surviving and living. I was posting some pictures from Grocery Store Simulator, where I had, it was yesterday I remembered I had this flag of this Ukrainian flag up on the wall as a decoration in my grocery store. So I put it front and center. You walk in the front door, and of course I had to post that on my community tab, which, real quick, how do you see community posts from other people without going to their community tab on their channel? Aren't they supposed to be posted somewhere? I am subscribed to like about 1,000 people, and I have never seen a community post unless I have remembered that they make them and gone to their community tab and looked. Is that the only way? But back to this. I actually did irritate someone in comments about the community post. So that was good. But it was unpleasant. It was not a good comment. But I deleted that, got rid of it, which there are times that I will get a backbone about some things more than I would generally do. I've got this feeling like I'm blowing bubbles and they're sticking to my lip, but it's because of my denture stuff. Where occasionally I will get a spine and just hold myself up. And somebody in the comments before this one had said something positive. It's like, thank you. And they added, well, God, I'm so afraid now I'm getting demonetized just because of everything on this. Put up the Palestinian flag. All because of their nice comment. That was a good one. And then the other person's unpleasant comment. Oh, the only thing you can do. Yeah, I put up both flags and posted that on my community tab. Because there's the right thing to do. I mean, I can't go out and save the world. All I can do is put up, fake computer flags in my fake computer grocery store and my fake computer game, where I do my fake computer cashiering of my fake computer customers and their fake computer groceries. Putting up 2 flags on the wall of my fake computer grocery store isn't gonna save the world. But it's the only thing that really I can do, so I did that. I mean, I can also post about it and then possibly irritate, bigots and stuff out there. So, but yeah, past that, I'm just trying to continue playing games and doing the best that I can. I was not talking with somebody, watching a video, somebody who was, they'd mentioned, it was some kind of reaction, I think, but they talked about how, yeah, they have ADHD, which means they can't remember anything. They'd seen a movie or a video or something before, and it was just because of their ADHD. And I was like, yeah, oh my God. It's almost impossible to, except somebody else talked about this in a different ADHD post. It was a meme type posting where it's like, yeah, I can watch a movie, and when it's done, I couldn't have told you a single thing about it. But if you're looking for that bottle of ketchup that you can't find, but that I happened to see out of the corner of my eye once 3 weeks ago, I got that. I'll take you right to where it was. But the important stuff, no, that just slides right through my fingers and is gone. I don't think my synapses form a single memory of stuff like that. But just that quick glance at something and, oh yeah. So again, it's like, it's nice to know that it's not just me, but it's also kind of rough to, once again, you find out that something you thought was part of your personality is just part of a laundry list of symptoms. So, yeah, I am going to spend the rest of the day doing what I can. I'm going to relax. I woke up late this morning because I have horrific insomnia at the best of times. I have to take melatonin gummies before I go to bed, and I still take forever to fall asleep. I still wake up in the middle of the night. I still wake up far too early. I woke up around 5 after falling asleep after 1. So the fact that I could stay in bed until almost 7, not sleeping, but in that half dozed, half dazed, and then there's another half in there, but so I guess they're really thirds, and then 1/3 just awake, but not, thoroughly. I was going to say thoroughly and fully at the same time, and it wasn't working. I was trying to say fully, but not thoroughly asleep, but not thoroughly awake until just about 7, at which point it was like, I need to take my blood pressure medicine. So I got up out of bed, and it's just been slow. Insomnia catches up with you, and I am dragging. So thumbs up on that. But I also feel better mentally. I'm laughing at stuff even now more than I have in my videos for some time. And this, real quick, because I'm still going to talk about it, because because I still get weirded out about having had a heart attack, especially since, again, I didn't even know it. My doctor came in with an EKG just on some random visit I was there, and he had to leave the room, came back with an EKG that I had done before that was necessary for what we're going to talk about, and said, while I was just looking at it, oh, did you know you'd had a heart attack before? And I was like, no, I didn't. I didn't. Which, I mean, is bad enough to have a heart attack and have a heart attack. You know, because that's a blockage of blood going to heart muscle. And then if that doesn't like get fixed up and resolved pretty quickly, that section of cardiac tissue dies. Oh, my screen's just turned off. How about that? And that's unpleasant. And I, again, didn't even know I'd had that happen. So I couldn't tell you when I'd had a heart attack, because I didn't even know that I'd had a heart attack. But I have, so it's weird. And yeah, I'm still freaked out about it. I am not letting it weigh too much on my mind, aside from, I mean, I'm not a vegetarian, I'm not vegan, but unless I have meat inside of something else, I'm not going to eat meat. And I have stopped drinking soda some time ago, you know, because, well, I mean, I'd already stopped drinking sugary ones, but I was drinking caffeinated diet ones up until about a year ago? A year and a half ago? No, it must have been like 2 years ago or so. I stopped drinking caffeinated sodas, and I've been doing my best to not eat. I mean, I live in the United States. They put sugar in everything. What we have for bread here in the United States is not considered bread in the rest of the world. It's junk. All of our food, we're fed junk. So there's only so much I can do, but I've been doing my best, trying to eat less sugary stuff, trying not to eat as much candy. It's been a while now since I bought any of that. And baked bread products, you know, like, well, it's not Hostess. I didn't eat Hostess stuff, but, you know, stuff like the functional equivalent of Twinkies and such like that. I haven't eaten stuff like that in quite some time now. So I managed to get rid of that stuff again, but even while I was eating junk like that, that was the only junk. Everything else was still trying to be as less sugar and less salt as possible. So I've been trying, doing what I can, doing all the right things. Hopefully you're doing all the right things too. And by right things, I just mean for your health at this moment. It'd be nice if everybody in the world did what was right. Unfortunately, what is right depends on what your view of right is. If you mean maximal happiness and well-being and the minimal, that's the word I was looking for, suffering, then yeah, that's one thing to work for, and that's a good definition. But if your other definition of right is a pyramid of power with you or your group at the top and everyone else underneath you feeling the stomp of your boots on their neck, well, yeah, that's right for you, but nobody else. We got a lot of people that are really advocating for stuff like that around the world now, though. Yay! Anyway, though, I've gotten as political as I plan on getting. I try not to get involved in too much current events, other than to say, on the one political thing is I still tear up when I think about, because I saw the video of, I don't know how to pronounce her last name even after all this, when Tim Walz was at the DNC and was talking about how much he loved his family, and then his kid got up and was this, I still tear up at that. That was a great thing. And the fact that some ghouls out there attacked the kid for this and attacked the family for this just shows that you're attacking it because you have never felt familial love, have you? You've never had a parent that loved you, have you? You don't show love to your kids, do you? Ghouls. Anyway, as political as I'm going to get. So I'm going to spend the rest of the day editing, rendering, uploading, because it still takes, I mean, it depends on the file size. I'm at 20 minutes now. So it's going to be a good hour and a half uploading. Because I pay for the lowest tier of internet service. I can get 50 some odd megabits per second downloads. It'll download just like a dream. But it's capped at 3.9 megabits upload. Life is life. So I'm going to spend my time doing that, relaxing, and then going out on walkies again. At the bare minimum, I go for walkies in the evening. I try to take an afternoon walkies, but I also take a morning walkies. So at the bare minimum, I have one. 90% of the time, I have had two. And then 95% of the time, I've had three. That doesn't even work. Switch that around is the way I meant it. I've had more walkies that were shorter than longer, because it doesn't make sense otherwise. I just got mixed up as I was saying it. Hopefully I made sense at that point. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very, very good thing. This was on until about 10 minutes before I started recording. I should have kept it on. It would have been, you know, a lava lamp, but I was silly. Next time, take care. See, I got my finger here. I'm going to touch the stop button.